So I'm Chris Granstrom. I graduated in 1974. I'm the owner of Lincoln Peak Vineyard and Winery, which is where we are.
Cool. And what was Middlebury, like, if you were just to describe it really briefly, what was it like when you were a student there?
Well, I'm trying to think. Compared to now, it was a lot smaller. The campus was certainly more compact. You know, the big buildings, the Center for the Arts and By Hall were not there. The SDUs, I don't know what they're called now, out at the end, past Allen and By Hall, the dining. That was sort of the newest area, the newest.
Those were the temporary housing things that passed.
No, those were dining halls.
Oh, the dining hall.
Yeah.
It's a big concrete complex with like many floors.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, I think the admission standards were lower back then. I don't think I would get in today, but I got in the door way back when. Yeah.
And what was, I guess, why did you decide to stay around the area here?
Well, I got when I was little, I'd always been really interested in farming, even though I didn't grow up on a farm. And after my junior year, I got a job on a farm out in Bridport, and I just really loved it. And thought, well, maybe I'll see if I can, you know, figure out a way to work into making it a career. And it's probably a longer story than we
Right.
go in now, but I got various jobs on some Vermont farms, and eventually got into business on my own.
Cool. So, is it in any way strange at all to be so close to the college and to, I don't know, work here and kind of see all the students there? Does it make you nostalgic?
You know, I would say the first few years after I graduated, it felt a little strange because, you know, I felt like I was a little bit of an interloper if I was on campus. Like I really hadn't gotten out on my own or something like that, so I didn't go on campus much. And now, you know, it doesn't feel strange at all. You know, there's a kind of an adult pickup basketball game on weekdays that I go down to. But other than that, I don't have that much contact with the college, you know. I mean, we go to a few special events and that sort of thing, but it's certainly most days I don't have any particular contact. So it's just there. It's a nice addition to the community, but I'm much, you know, my identity is now with the community, not with the college, for sure.
Right. Do you find that there's how different is that to have what does that mean to have an identity really with the community and not with the college?
Well, yeah, that just means that, you know, in my working life, the people that I interact with, in my social life, the people that we do things with, are, you know, for the most part, you know, I mean, we socialize with some alumni, but other than that, you know, that's where my life is. You know, where I shop, where I see, you know, where I buy things, where the people I sell things to, you know, from this operation. You know, in fact, I would love to sell more wine to the college, but that hasn't happened very much.
Can you tell me about a time that you were at the college after you had graduated and you felt something particularly strongly?
Oh, sure. Well, one time, so both my daughters went to Middlebury as well. So I think it was, I can't remember which one, but it was sort of a family picnic. I can't remember if it's when we dropped them off at college or if it was the family weekend a couple of weeks later, but one of those. So there was, you know, it was a beautiful picnic out on the lawn, you know, kind of between Mead Chapel and Gifford there. And, you know, everybody was well dressed and everybody was, you know, eating this beautiful food, and it was a very pleasant evening. And then I got in my car, my wife and we drove back through town, and it just felt like we crossed a divide from one world to another, and it's never felt quite so strongly as it did right then. Of course, all the people that I was enjoying this nice meal were all from someplace else, you know, without the parents of all the students. But it felt very, very strongly like there was a little world in one bubble over here, and then the other world, which is now, of course, my real world over here.
Yeah. Does one of those seem more real than another?
Oh yeah, this one for sure. Yeah, no question about it. So, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I mean we're pretty heavily involved in the farm community, the business community, even members of the Chamber of Commerce and all that stuff like that. So
It certainly seems like there's a lot of students who come and either work here or are kind of around.
Yeah, we had 2 great interns last summer, which was a nice, a nice way to sort of connect with the college a little more again, which was good. So, yeah, I think it's great having the college in the neighborhood, for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks
I think
so
that's
much.
all that we
Okay.
need. But thank you so much. Let's get a bottle of wine, huh?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You can